don't know, Damon, you really put me on the spot here. Well, I mean, so a song from the movie, you've got We're Knights of the Round Table, we dance while we're able, we do routines and routines, there's a bunch of words in there. I don't know. That's one song, Damon. There you go.
Step Up Day is one of the most important events student government plans each year. It's when we welcome next year's freshmen with a campus tour and information about Eureka High School. Let's hear from some of the Logger leaders before the big day.
Probably going to give them, while I'm giving the tour, probably stuff to expect at Eureka High, what they can do, stuff about classes, and just overall an experience.
Well, I'm on a panel, and I'll be talking about science and AVID, and all the other departments are also talking about their things as well.
We will also be doing a tour of campus, so all the middle schoolers will be able to see where their classes are.
Yeah, and we're also going to play a few games, and the panels will speak about their things.
I'm going to make sure to tell them to walk on the right side of the hallway. Well, tomorrow we're going to show them the whole campus and tell them all about different clubs and programs like CTE or science or the world languages.
Yeah, we're going to talk to them about all the clubs, what opportunities that they have here at Eureka, and what some of the classes are about, where they should go on their first day, and just getting to know the campus better.
I feel like people don't really care as much about stuff in high school, and you can be on your phone a lot more. Yeah.
There's a lot more freedoms, and you kind of just do what you want when you want, and then as long as you get other stuff done, it's more relaxed.
You get a lot more freedom. You can go off campus, a lot more classes and clubs to choose from, and yeah, just a lot more freedom in general.
Much in high school. I feel like everyone's so judgy in middle school.
Yeah. I feel like in middle school you don't have to care about anything, but in high school you have to think about your future. And so stuff matters. Like the classes you take matter. Your grades matter now.
They are very big and different in size. You're going to school with a lot more people, a lot more different types of people. And I think that you have a lot more freedom to do,
Explore.
Yeah, to explore new things and to make your own path, make your own decisions, whether that be good or bad.
What was the question again?
The biggest difference between middle school and high school.
Like she said, there's a lot of new people to meet, new experience to be had, and new things to learn, I feel like. Make sure you meet new people, because otherwise it's just going to be lame, and do the activities, have fun at the Spirit Weeks, and go to the dances, and just participate, and then it'll be fun.
Yeah, participate, and definitely don't take the freedom that you get in high school for granted. A lot of your teachers and a lot of the people around you are going to give you the freedom to either do your work and all of that. Just do what you need to do, because in the long run it's going to be so much easier if you just get what you need to do done and not mess around because you are allowed to.
Your grades matter even freshman year. When people say they don't, they do, because I got a bad grade in one of my classes and my GPA still hasn't recovered.
Yeah, and I think don't try too hard on academics, because then you can't have as much fun as a lot of people want, and you should have fun.
Yeah. I'd say join clubs. Do the extracurriculars, do the things. You won't regret it. You'll have a lot of fun doing it.
Should they learn to open their lockers?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Especially like if you don't get your license or you don't have a car, you definitely use your lockers or you'll have back issues carrying around a bunch of books. So learn from experience.
Don't procrastinate about doing homework and stuff, and yeah.
Do your stuff in class so you have more free time outside of it, and just hang out with your friends.
Yeah.
Definitely the do's and don'ts of Eureka High, like what to do, what not to do, and make sure that they look and like they fit in, stuff like that.
What's one major don't?
Like running the class is definitely a major don't. They do that in middle school.
Yeah.
Groups of 8th graders gathered in the cafeteria, the library, and the lecture hall to play some games and hear from Eureka High students about the programs that are offered here. Guadalajara was introduced to these wet behind the ears Falcons and Vikings. For rookies, they did okay. Students were then served lunch from the Eureka High cafeteria before their tours began.
It was definitely challenging. Luckily, we have a good list of things we can improvise with, but it definitely gets challenging trying to rush through things and like slow down certain things. But I think we worked with the punches and we sorted out everything. I'm not saying Annabelle's a loser, but I'm saying, okay, maybe Jenica could have encouraged Annabelle's side a little bit more than just encouraging her side to get everybody to participate.
I'm getting interviewed to talk smack about you. Okay. Get away! No, Team Jenica's a winner! Team Jenica cheated! We're winners! We're winners, we're just better! Losers! We're just winners.
You want to be in the shot?
I had Miss Mannion's card. Team Annabelle wins. Team Jenica cheats. We do not cheat. We're just faster than you, which is the whole point of the game. No. Team Jenica cheats. Whatever.
The 8th graders toured campus after lunch and were able to check out all these amazing programs and classes offered at Eureka High School. Everything from our new gym to the main building and our ag classes were on display. Even though it was pouring outside, no one was raining on this parade. Finally, with dreams of escaping middle school fresh in their heads, the 8th graders boarded the buses and headed back to their lockerless realities in middle school.
Am I supposed to say something?
Yeah.
I'll tell them, like, make sure to talk to people.
Do you miss middle school?
Oh, I hate interviews.
Yeah.
Last year I had to confiscate a water bottle from this kid because he kept squirting people with it, and I took it from him, and he was like, "You can't do that," and I was like, "Sorry."
He wasn't drawing phallic images on the ground.
He was actually, yeah, and on the buildings and stuff, and I was like, "Nope, not right now."
Classic middle school.
Classic.
Maya Rudolph was there. She's amazing and great, and it was so exciting to see her.
Yeah, I also saw Maya Rudolph. I was kind of mad that I couldn't get a photo with her because one of our office ladies was kind of grumpy about it.
Yeah, we saw Maya Rudolph.
Yeah.
Yes. I met Maya Rudolph.
Yeah.
And yeah, she was cool. I took a picture with her.
So, I don't know who the main actress is. I don't know if she's really, and I didn't realize it was Leonardo DiCaprio when we saw him. He was very unrecognizable. I didn't know it was him until I saw the photos.
No,
think so. I don't remember seeing any there.
I wanted to be an extra because I thought it would be like a really fun experience to have.
Yeah, I did the same thing, and it's extra money for doing something fun that you've never done before, so.
I thought it would be fun and saving money for a concert I'm going to.
Because I'm broke.
For the experience.
I just thought it was a cool idea. I thought I was going to meet Leonardo DiCaprio, but I didn't, so.
I thought it would be fun. When I was little, I wanted to be an actress at some point, or, anything like that kind of stuff, and I thought it might be fun. It was kind of living out what I wanted to do when I was younger.
I wanted to be an extra because I wanted just like the experience of being able to be on a film set.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I don't know, it was a lot of standing. I think so, if it were in a different setting maybe.
Yeah, same thing.
I would. If I could, I would again.
Yeah, totally. It's really awesome to just be able to be like, I did something cool.
OMG.
Up and down.
Very, very tiring.
Fun, easy money.
Tiring, unique, and inspirational.
I think inspirational too. A little bit stressing and fun overall.
Would do it again. That's 4, sorry.
Exciting, thrilling, fun.
Oh no, Damon, you really put me on the spot here. Well, I mean, so a song from the movie, you've got We're Knights of the Round Table, we dance while we're able, we do routines and routines, there's a bunch of words in there. I don't know. That's one song, Damon. There you go. Hey, EHS, this is Nan Voss. I am the director of the Eureka High School Players, and we are about to put on our spring musical, Spam-A-Lot. If you don't know anything about Spam-A-Lot, it is the musical version of Monty Python and the Holy Grail, which is a beloved film. If you haven't seen it, it's on Netflix. You should see it. It's very funny. The play is also very funny, full of comedy and slapstick, really awesome music and dancing. It is running April 5th to April 13th. So we have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the first weekend, and Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the second weekend. Tickets are $10 for students, $15 for general admission. And if you can't afford to see the show, you can come see me in M202, and I can hook you up as an usher or a ticket taker, and you can totally work for me and then see the show for free. Get a little community service in there as well. I really think everyone's going to enjoy this show. The students have been working really hard since the end of January, memorizing their lines, memorizing their songs, learning how to dance and sing at the same time, and you really don't want to miss it. Thanks.
Hi, I am Jamie. My characters, plural, are God, the Black Knight, and the father of Prince Herbert. My favorite part of the play is most definitely His Name is Lancelot, which is a song while I am father who hates songs and musicals, so I'm not in that song, but it goes so hard.
I'm Solveig Lasonde, and I'm a senior. I play Sir Bedivere. He is a science-based character, which is interesting for the time because, Spam-A-Lot, not many people know what's going on. But he's really interested in making new inventions and all sorts of things like that, so he's a fun character for sure. It's funny. It's so very funny. So many of the performances are so wonderful, and they bring new nuance to all the characters you already know and love, so it's a great opportunity to see Monty Python live in action.
Hi, I'm Mr. Manzanera. I'm the advisor for Friday Night Live, which is the anti-drug club on campus. I serve as the advisor and the warden.
In Friday Night Live, we talk about things we want to do to promote drug awareness in the bad way. We don't want people to do drugs.
We plan events talking about why drugs are horrible for you, and we do several cleanups throughout the year of Sequoia Park and in the town, and I think it's just really fun to enjoy our time not taking drugs.
Well, I like about that we help out the community sometimes, and there's people that have the same mindsets.
Mr. Manzanera bribes them, I guess? I don't know how we got so many people here. It was Rory, okay. But we've only had 5 kids within the last, each year, the last 2 years. So it's really cool that we have an entire classroom of people.
I chose to join this club because in my freshman year, I got dragged in by the president, and I've been coming ever since.
Once upon a time, in the ancient caves where our distant ancestors lived, there were grunts and groans, but no bad words as we know them today. Maybe certain grunts meant the same thing as swear words do today. It's impossible for us to know. But as civilization evolved, so did our language, and soon enough, people started getting creative with their expressions. Picture this. You're a Roman soldier marching through the streets of Pompeii, and you stubbed your sandaled toe on a rock. One of the earliest documented instances of a word considered offensive in modern times dates back to ancient Rome. The Latin word futiare, for example, roughly translates to the F word in English. The word was considered highly vulgar and offensive in Roman society, and its usage in literature was often limited to more explicit or scandalous text. Fast forward to medieval times, where knights in shining armor weren't just skilled with swords, but also with a repertoire of curses that could make a dragon reconsider its career choice. But why do certain words have the power to shock and offend? Well, it's a bit like a linguistic game of telephone. Throughout history, certain words picked up layers of meanings and emotions, becoming taboo in polite society. Some words were associated with bodily functions or sex, others with blasphemy, and some were just downright vulgar. As society evolved, so did our sense of and what was once a harmless term for a donkey became a word you wouldn't say in front of your grandma. Today, curse words are like spicy seasoning for our language stew. They add flavor and emphasis, but too much can leave a bad taste in your mouth. So next time you accidentally drop an F-bomb in front of your grandma, just blame it on the colorful history of human expression. And remember, swearing is like a fine meal, best enjoyed in moderation and definitely not at school.
It makes me feel sad when I hear students swearing at school because I just think it reflects poorly upon them, on me, and our school in general when people are yelling things out.
It's not my favorite thing.
We're here to actually kind of acquire new vocabulary and better vocabulary. I think swearing can be somewhat of a cop-out sometimes because we can't find the appropriate word to actually express what we're really feeling.
So how do I feel about students swearing at school? I don't like it. I usually, when I catch it and I hear it, I usually either make like a sad face or an angry face, look at them and say, hey, I heard that. Or I just say, hey, how about some other language? There are some other adjectives that you could be using. So usually I'm trying to be helpful. Me being a language teacher, me living with an English teacher, I always kind of watch out for for the language being used properly?
I think students should be respectful of each other, and so if it's just swearing, like just joking around with each other, and it's not about anyone, I'm not too strict. But if it's about someone or too loud or inappropriate or rude or the wrong word, then I think it's really pretty bad. At home, I don't really swear too often, but a little bit more than at school. Yeah, I try not to swear at school at all.
So definitely not at school ever. I think that was, it happened maybe one time, and it would be in a situation where I wouldn't know what to say, so I would go for a swear word, but then I'm just like, I didn't mean to say that because I hate swearing.
You know, I really don't swear at school. I try not to. I mean, there is the occasion. You know, I'm a human. At home, I guess one of my mantras, or one of my things that I tell myself all the time regarding swearing, is time and place. There seems to be an appropriate time and place to do just about anything in life, and it's the same with swearing, you know?
Definitely swear more often at home than school, although I'm not a big swearer.
I swear somewhat frequently at home. I try not to swear around my little kids, but like just this morning I dropped something, and I'm not going to tell you what I said, but it was not school appropriate. But at school I try to not swear at all, but sometimes I don't live up to that, but I try not to. So please try to do the same.
At home, when swearing happens, and we always talk about it and say, you know, and this would not be appropriate to say at school environment, in a school environment. So, you know, so.
Well, she's not even 2 yet, so no. She can't say swear words yet. But she does she is starting to copy us now, so that we'll have to be careful.
I do not let my own children swear. My oldest is 12. I've never heard him say a swear word. I'm sure he knows them all, and I'm sure he probably uses them when he's with his buddies. But yeah, try to have like home language, house language, adult language, and then language you use with your own friends. So I've never heard any of my children swear. Knock on wood.
Well, at home, one of the things I pride myself on is my vocabulary, and I try to have my children pick up a lot of that. I'm hoping that their vocabulary someday is even going to be better than mine, in which case, you know, the swearing piece plays a role. You know, my kids do swear, but I think they've kind of understood that there is a time and a place, and we talk about that often, you know, amongst ourselves, about the appropriateness of where and when we let a expletive fly out.
I don't really let my children swear, but occasionally they say something.
When you really mean it, like like when it's really something that you mean to say.
If you're with your friends and you're swearing, then I think that's completely appropriate. Please don't scream out words that are not school appropriate, or I like to think of it as like business appropriate. I'm not trying to swear. This is where I work. I'm not trying to. I'm trying to set a good example and act professionally. So I think it's a good time for kids to practice the same.
I guess appropriate places are when you're around a setting where you're not going to offend anybody or hurt anybody per se. You know, I'm very careful about that. I know that I have a keen sense of language and what language means, and I know that language can be very powerful, and how we use language can be very powerful. So the words that we use do carry weight and meaning, and as students, that's one of the things we're kind of still learning. But as an adult, one of the things you realize is how much weight words have, and how important certain words are, and how important it is to actually not use certain words, especially in some settings of our lives.
Well, I think when in a difficult situation, sometimes, you know, like you need something that kind of releases that adrenaline and the anger, and sometimes that is appropriate. I think it is important for kids these days to know what the situations are, and kind of like have 2 sets of vocabulary to help them, you know, through that situation. So that's why I always offer different vocabulary, which they always think it's kind of funny, like gosh darn it, and you know, that was unfortunate, or something like that.
I think it's appropriate to swear if you get really shocked, or if it's really out of the blue, or something really bad or really good happens or something, you might want to use an exclamation point.
Can I say it?
Sure.
I could say it. Well, one of my favorites is like crap. Crap is a good word. And then I think I go to, but that's about like as strong as I would go in English, or shit. I would also say, my son actually said that that's my favorite swear word, so I guess he must have heard me say that. But in Czech, I do have some where I say doprkinka, which is actually a really mild swear word, and it just means like this darn piece of wood or something. So
I like the curse word shit. I say that one the most often.
And then my favorite curse word makes me think of my dad. He could throw together amazing combinations of curse words when he was really angry. They didn't make any sense, but they would leave me laughing. So unique cuss word combinations I find amusing. But other than that, don't cuss.
My favorite curse word, if any, I would probably say, holy shit.
What's my favorite cuss word? I think it's everyone's favorite cuss word, you know. It's the one that you could use in almost any setting, you know. Not setting, but rather any, you know, I don't know, take that back. You know, you could delete that, Mr. Brooks. All right.
So there you have it, folks. Straight from your teacher's mouths. Almost everyone curses to some degree, and people agree that there is a time and a place to curse. But under most circumstances, that time isn't during the school day, and that place isn't the halls or campus of Eureka High. Try to code switch while you're at school, and resist the urge to shriek an F-bomb across the main street at lunch, or any other places on campus where that urge strikes you. Time and place, time and place, time and place. It's a credo to live by.
1, 2